welcome back to my channel. Today I'm a different setting, blue vibes today. Actually what inspired me was my nails. Like, look at this fun situation going on right here. I'm going to be doing a fun little eye tutorial that I have here for you guys. I want to start doing these tutorials more often. Like, I would like to incorporate one day out of the week, every week. I don't know if I'm going to stick to the every week plan, but I'm going to try to incorporate as many more eye tutorials as I possibly can, because I know you guys constantly ask me to add them in, so I'm going to start throwing them in. I started last week and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to just make these fun little quick videos, because I feel like it shows you guys, it gives you guys inspiration, and I love doing that for you guys. I know sometimes you guys open a palette and you're like, what the fuck do I do with this? And because of your recent requests on doing a eye look on this palette, then I thought maybe we could take this gorgeous blue section right here and do some magic. So that's what you guys are going to go ahead and see right now. The reason why I wanted to do blue is because honestly, we all know that out of all these colors right here, everybody's going to do looks on this area right here. But when do you see a look using some of these fun shades down here? Not often. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'm going to switch it up. I'm not going to do the basic, because I was thinking, let me do something raspberry, something cranberry. But I was like, no, like, I need to have fun with this and do something different, and just something that you guys would love to see for a night out, date night, just anything. And I think that this would be the perfect look. It's not too intense. I mean, for some of you guys would be like, intense. It is way too intense. But honestly, it could be more dramatic than this. If you guys have any more recommendations on palettes you want me to do eye looks on, then please go ahead and let me know. I would love to do more eye tutorials for you guys, because they're so much fun to do. They really get me creatively active, because I feel like I'm always reviewing products. It's different when you're just sitting here and just being creative and playing with the colors. So that being said, let's just jump right into this video. So I'm going to go ahead and start by priming my lids with MAC Painterly Paint Pot. That's nothing new in soft ochre. And then I'm going to go ahead and just set that with some setting powder. Here I'm using the Airspun powder. Then I'm going in with the shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette called Abby's. I think that's right. And this is a dark black shade. It really depends on how you use it. When I first use it, it kind of gives me a tint of like gray, but it's more of that black shade. You just have to intensify it. But also, as you diffuse it, like you see here in blending, it definitely kind of diffuses out that dark color. One of the key elements to creating the perfect halo eye is really working to make sure that you blend everything out as best as possible, because this is something that you really want to just pop out but not look like it's very just intense and harsh. So that's why I go back in with that dark shade, because it does diffuse like I earlier mentioned, and I just kind of want to intensify that color so that it looks very dark in those outer edges, because I definitely want those dark edges to help make that middle shade really pop out. I would also recommend using a very skinny blending brush to really get in there when you're blending out the corners and the edges, because you really want to make sure, like I mentioned, that those are very blended and just make the look just pop. Then I'm going to go in with my 242 brush by MAC, and I'm going to start with the shade Twerk. And we're just going to put that in the middle of my eyelid. At first, I really wasn't feeling like this was super intense, so I had to go in with some MAC Fix Plus to bring out the intensity of it and make it pop. As you can see, there's a huge difference from when I first applied it dry to now that I'm applying it wet. And this color wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I go ahead and top it with the shade Pool Party, because I feel like this is going to kind of lighten it just a tad, because I feel like it was just a touch a little too dark. So I feel like by me adding this Pool Party shade, it kind of intensified it a little bit more and made the color stand out between those really two dark black shades on the outer edges of my lid. And as you can see, I'm going in with a super skinny brush to add in more depth to my halo so that it really stands out, because that's the most important part of the halo eye, is making sure that the colors on the outside really help the middle shade pop as much as possible. So I'm not completely in love how the middle shade looks on my lid. So I'm going to go in with the Stila Liquid Eyeshadow in the color Into the Blue, and this completely changed up the look. I feel like it added that bam that I was looking for. So this definitely made a difference. You definitely want to give it a few seconds to dry or else it's going to get stuck. So I take it a little bit higher above my crease so that it doesn't get all nasty and ugly looking. First thing I'm going to go ahead and do is just contour my face. We already have eyeshadow on, foundation, and eyebrows. So I'm going to go ahead and take my KKW Beauty Contour Stick right here. And we're just literally going to contour. Places I contour with the contour stick is my forehead and my chin. And then for my contour right here, my bone structures, my cheekbone structure, I just go in with powder because it's a little bit easier for me. It makes such a difference. I love doing this because not only does it structure your face, but it adds a lot of warmth. So there's kind of like a distribution of darkness and light. You don't want everything to be so light. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that up here, ruin my hair. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take the KKW Beauty Contour Kit right here. And we're going to be taking these two shades and we're just going to be mixing them together and then doing our contour. I'm also using the brush. I must say, the products I'm using right now are literally products that I use all the time. The KKW stick, I use it all the time. I'm probably going to need the lighter shade. I have the shade dark, but medium is more, I feel like, for my complexion. And then this one is in the shade medium, this kit. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these two and then just dab it a little bit because it is very pigmented. And then I'm just gonna start going in. I don't like an intense contour anymore. I'm very just like over it. I really like just the natural. So I literally just go in very lightly and then I blend it out as much as possible because I don't want it to be so intense. I feel like it looks intense here, but don't worry, I'm gonna diffuse it. I feel like it always looks more intense on camera than it does in person, but I'm gonna go back and diffuse it because I don't like anything too intense. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go on the other side, like so. I just love this kit. I don't know, out of all the kits that I've used, the KKW Beauty is by far my favorite. And I said that since I did a review on the KKW powder contour kit that I really loved it out of all the ones that I have tried. So I really would recommend this if you're looking for a contour kit. I feel like it literally looks stunning. And in person, like, it literally looks very subtle. You don't have to worry about it looking so intense and in your face. Just really like to blend it out and diffuse it out, and then we're good to go. I'm also going to take a little bit of this darker shade right here and just go over down below. And you can see how just by doing that, by adding this warmth into the face, it literally starts to bring everything together. So now we're gonna go ahead and take Milani Luminoso, which is my favorite blush of all time. I don't feel like you need to go to the Sephora or Ulta to find an amazing high-end blush when you literally can get this blush for like, what, $10, $5? I don't even remember because I've used this so much. But they have so many other beautiful shades. This isn't the only one, but I feel like this one is very universal to a lot of complexions, so that you're able to really use this and like not stop using. I've been using this since I've been probably like maybe like 17 years old. I am like 21 now, so it's been a while. Just go in circular motions on the apples of my cheek. I know somebody one time commented and said, girl, like, you cover up your rosacea with foundation just to go over it with blush and like make yourself rosy again. Yes, you have a point, but at the same time, my rosacea is literally my entire cheek. Like, it's not just this little area. If it was just this little area, I would love it, but it's literally my entire cheek. So it doesn't even, you know, look cute, but I deal with it. But I see what you're saying. I totally see what you're saying. Okay, so we're just gonna go in with Fuego by Dose of Colors Desi Katie collection. It's more of a gold. I feel like it's more of like a natural looking highlight on me, because whenever I use those more like pink, like white colors, it's like bam. But I feel like this complements my skin a little bit better, especially when I'm wearing like a very dramatic eye. I want to make sure that it's not too intense, everything else, because we are doing a lot in the eye, and plus the eye is like a dark smoky look. So here I'm just going in with some mascara. It doesn't matter what mascara you use at all. And then I'm going to take my Vegas Nail Lashes and Grand Galore or Grand Glamour. I will have it linked down below in my description box. But these weren't the lashes that I was planning on using, but they just happened to be the ones that I picked up. So then I'm going to go back to the shade Abby's, and I'm just going to smoke it up onto my lower lash line. But as you can see, I'm not taking it all the way in. I'm just taking it halfway in because I don't want it to look too smoky, because I definitely want to keep the focus on the eyelids and not the lower lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of the shade in Light. I just used a little bit of MAC Fix Plus because I definitely wanted to intensify it, because I feel like without it, it wouldn't give me that pop that I really enjoyed. So I feel like using a MAC Fix Plus just completely changed the game for me, and you can see how much that eye just popped automatically when I went ahead and did that extra step. And I really quickly want to say there's like a little piece of mascara sticking on my lashes, so just please ignore that. It's like on my upper lash, so just look past that. But here I'm just coating my lashes because I definitely want it to look good. And then I'm going in with that highlight shade that I used on my inner tear duct to just lock it in. And then for my lips, I'm using more Creamer Please by the Desi and Katie collection with Dose of Colors. This is like the perfect nude. I love it. So I was actually going to leave this lip alone because I feel like the nude is just perfect, but I'm going to go ahead and just gloss it up because this look is dramatic. So I just wanted to add the lip topper. This is by the same collection. It's Over the Top because we are doing this over the top. And we're just going to put that over. Slay shit. So to keep this baby in place, we're just gonna go ahead and take the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. Especially if you're gonna be going out, you want this to look beautiful all night long. So we're just gonna spray our faces. Whew. That was like a little bath right there. It's crazy because I'm literally like, as soon as I'm done filming, I'm leaving to go pick up my sister from the airport. She's coming back from Italy and Turkey. So lucky. So I'm literally going to be going with a bead face to the airport. Hopefully we get some dinner while we're picking her up, because then it kind of, you know, gives my face somewhere to go instead of putting this makeup to waste. So this is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoy watching this.